In today's headlines, the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife's back in the news, but definitely not in a good way. We take a look at the results from the Gobbler Open, Bassmasters from the Umpqua Club, and then the Northwest Bass Circuit has released their schedule, and we go on a trip to Germany to check out a fishing tournament. That's going to be crazy. How you doing, Daryl?
I'm good. What is a Gobbler Open?
The Gobbler Open, that's what they call it. It happened on like the 26th or something like that of November, that
Ah,
weekend before Thanksgiving. They also got a Christmas event coming up, too. Crazies.
but Gobbler. I don't know. Terrible name.
It's terrible. The turkey has a gobbler.
I know. It's not fishing for turkeys. There turkey
Should
fish
be.
out there?
We got
Reel it up.
turkeys. It's season 2, I think, or just ended. Man, that'd be cool though. Hunt turkeys. Oh, I'm gonna get lost here. I love turkey season. This turkey hunting's awesome.
I know. We gotta go.
Turkey season's awesome. Did you look up anything about the tiny boats from last week?
No. Although it was Thanksgiving, so I've been kind of preoccupied. So
Oh yeah, dude, definitely busy. How was Thanksgiving?
it was good. A lot of good food. Got up early, made some pies. I love pie.
Cakes and pies.
Made
I
some
didn't have
mini
any
pies, a couple whole pies. Fun.
cow pies.
No,
Oh.
my cows made those.
Served up on a platter, dude.
Okay, my friend made pies and I just helped her.
That's the way to do it.
I
You help
did
by
make the
entertainment.
dough.
Oh, so you made homemade pies, like fresh.
Hell yeah.
That's the way to do it, dude.
Dough is so easy. I mean, I made it more like pizza dough because that's more my speed, but it still turned out good.
This week's shout out goes to Rich Kraft, who's a pro bass angler from Washington. He's made his way onto the Bass Angler Magazine Super 60, or the BAM Super 60 for short, for the 2025 season. Congrats to him for sure. He's looking for more social media support as he prepares for the 2025 season. He's actually giving giveaways out on his Facebook page and Instagram. We'll put that in the description of how to find that. Definitely get involved there for sure. And he won the Bass Federation for Washington State in 2024. He's the current champion. So he's on his way. He's making things happen. Good stuff. Good deal. That's awesome, man. Have you heard of the Bass Angler Magazine tours?
No.
They're pretty new. I mean, I just found them last year, but they do the circuit down in California. They're actually coming out to Washington for this season. But they got 2 different tours. They got like a pro-am tour, and then they have this Super 60 where 60 anglers, pro anglers, compete against each other. There's big prizes and big money. It's cool stuff. We'll definitely follow that a little bit as it goes on to the season.
Yeah, I mean, that's if he's trying to, if he's out there banging it out and he's trying to get his social media up to, get this shit out in the world. That's all we're trying to do.
Right.
Like before you, I had no idea that this was like almost. I'm not gonna say almost a sport. I know it's called sport fishing, but I mean, there's
Legit.
way more to it than. Obviously, I don't catch shit unless someone else sets up my shit.
That is the idea, though. Shine some light on these anglers out here in the Northwest. I mean, they're doing work, moving up, and the rest of the world sometimes too, man. But we're gonna start this off with the Umpqua Valley Bassmasters, who had their Gobbler Open from this last weekend. Took place on Takenish Lake on the 23rd of November.
Gobble
10
gobble.
boats had registered for the Gobbler Open, and a total of 2 5-fish limits were caught. Man, that's pretty crazy. Only 5 fish, or only 2 limits on a tournament.
Only
Dude, it's
2
hard to
people got
fish.
their 5-fish limit.
2 teams, yeah. It's
Wow.
tough, dude. Fall fishing on the coast of Oregon, like that's no joke. It's hard when the fishing's good for me out there. This was a team event, and the team with the highest weight would win the tournament. And of course, it is a 5-fish team limit. And in 5th place, we go to Team Dan Rankin and Derek Nelson with 1 fish and a weight of 1.98 pounds. 4th place was Andrew and Bob Weber. They caught 2 fish for a total of 2.93 pounds, almost that 3 mark. Then Duran Galipsy and Blake Johnson caught a 5-fish limit, would finish in 3rd place with a total of 7.5 pounds.
Oh.
And And then Sean Smiley, he would fish on his own, man, one-man team, and he would caught 4 fish in a total of 10.5 pounds. He would also catch the big bass of the tournament at 3.5, man. Congrats to Sean, dude, catching those on a tough day, it seemed. It's not
Yeah, that
bad. That's
seems like a
crazy, though,
rough day of fishing.
right? A 4-fish limit, though, beat a 5-fish limit for that big fish.
Otherwise, I don't know. I don't picture a 3-pound fish as a big fish, but I don't know what the
Not
hell I'm
usually.
talking about.
3.5 pounds. Usually, man, 5, 6, 5-pounders is about, it's called a kicker. And they call them
Have you?
kickers because that's kind of what you need to get over the majority. I mean, I'd say the majority of bass caught on a regular day, like good fishing day, the average fish will probably be about 2.5, 3 pounds.
Okay.
So the kicker would be 5 or higher. In the kayak world, it's 20 inches or bigger. Some will tell you 18.
Huh.
Depends on the tournament, though. And then Barrett Smith and Grant Patitz won the tournament with a 5-fish limit, a total of 10.8 pounds. Wow, man, 0.3 of a pound more, not even less than 0.3 of a pound. Dude, that's a tough one, man.
Well, at least they weren't at work. Still,
Right,
still a pretty good weekend.
for sure. They didn't mention how much money was dropped or anything, but it was 10 boats. Not a bad deal at all. And then the next tournament for them, for the Umpqua Valley Bassmasters, will be on December 14th. It's going to be called the Santa Sac Open. It's a 24 boat max, 100% payback, and then bass fishing in the Northwest in the wintertime, man. It really does equal a playing field. It's going to be, I think it's going to be even tougher than this last tournament in November. Winter
Uh,
fishing's tough.
Like, I get that these names are thematic, but I still feel like the people making them are perverts. You got the Gobbler, you got Santa Sack.
You ever met a fisherman, man? They got the winter one. There's like a freeze your bass blast and then freeze your bass off. There's like 2 different winter tournaments too that have funny names.
I mean, that's good. Like, punny. It's fine. I like puns. I'm I'm a dad. I get it.
Right. The Santa Sac Open. That almost sounds like a golf tournament.
Yeah, a little bit too.
WDFW's in the news again. This time, man, a fish truck flipped over on its way to take some trout into the lake. At approximately 12 p.m., man, WDFW was notified of a one-vehicle accident involving an overturned fish stocking truck in transit to Offutt Lake. The vehicle driver, a WDFW employee, was treated by EMS on the scene for minor injuries and released. Tow vehicles helped to clear the scene and cleanup efforts are underway to remove the fingerling trout. This caused some damage, though, man, for sure. The incident resulted in the loss of more than 7,500 fingerling rainbow trout, which would have been released at Offutt Lake in the spring. Where are they transporting them to?
I I don't
In the
know.
spring.
Don't they know they swim?
They're not road
They,
warriors.
they don't need a truck. So
I
okay,
guess you could transport 'em.
WDFW. That's Washington something.
Department of Fish and Wildlife.
Okay, so this is the government. This is a
Yeah.
government program. Okay, this is why we expect more of our government. Like, they send ladies into the woods to get lost, and now this guy, I don't know, has he never driven a truck with like a bed full of water? Does he not understand how this displacement works?
I bet he does now.
Oh, if you turn this way, you go boom.
That is a good point, though. Maybe he didn't have any experience driving with water in the truck. I had to drive a water truck for this pressure washing idea one time, dude. It was pretty wild the first couple corners.
Yeah, it's a different experience when the weight is shifting in your vehicle
Right.
like that, and it's a lot of weight. 7,000 fish. That's a
It's a
lot
big
of
truck.
water in there.
It's a full size semi. Not semi, but it's a work truck, dump truck frame, maybe.
Yeah, I mean they got some hardcore gears on that thing.
Wild, dude. It's not a good month for WDFW. That's for sure. They're going through some things. But they said they'll still restock it, man. The department successfully delivered 2,000 fingerling rainbow trout today to that location as plans to replace the fish lost in the accident. So they still got some of the job done.
Good.
Wild, man. Hope that guy was sober. It was just an accident. You think things happen, but man.
Things do happen. I'm not gonna say, but I don't. It's getting crazy. They need to start doing some checks and balances or something.
That is like 2 weeks in a row where something's happened to the WFW. Last week we reported that that lady got lost.
Yeah.
Or her mapping tool, which they won't release what that was. Weird. Didn't work, so she got lost in the woods for a little bit, had to be rescued.
It was a napkin that had crudely drawn trails on at the bar.
Oh my gosh, dude. That'd be funny. Like, my napkin got wet. All the instructions were gone. MapQuest, dude.
Well, I touched
I
this
didn't
fish and my hand got slimy, so I used the napkin to wipe it off. And that's the thing, it's a one vehicle accident. I would get it if somebody else caused this.
I'm betting it was that water transfer that you're talking about, man. He probably just had no experience with it. He
Maybe.
was a little tired that day, man. Just took a corner too fast and couldn't catch himself.
Yeah, it's the only thing I could think of outside of, drugs and alcohol. But
Right. And we'll never have the answers to that. The Nick's Marines Northwest Bass Series is a team tournament circuit that consists of 4 championship qualifying events and the 2025 Northwest Bass Championship. And that'll take place on Wake Wauula section of the Columbia River. It's kind of a wild circuit, man. It's not little. It's like a 4 circuit, go to the championship. They picked the best lakes, I think, but the 2024 Northwest Bass Angler of the Year team, Dan Jensen and Taylor Smith, are looking to defend their title in the 2025 season. Not sure they'll be there, but we'll update you when we have the answer, man. There's no schedules posted, or no rosters posted yet.
what?
See
People
what's
don't
up.
sign up in advance?
No, not usually. But at least they know about it in advance. That's like more than some clubs.
That's true.
Well, their schedule's stacked with some good lakes for sure. Again, like always, I really like following this club, man. They really do put on a good show.
All right,
They're going to start off.
I gotta go to potholes. I want to look at potholes.
It's awesome, dude. It's a little reservoir. It's actually right next to Moses Lake. They're connected, but not connected. They're not. You can't go to one to the other on a boat, but they are connected by a waterway.
They used to be the same, but then Moses split.
Something like that. I don't remember the rules of how the reservoir started.
It was a religious joke.
I don't understand religion.
Moses parted the Red Sea.
Oh, damn. The 2025 schedule has been released, and it's looking like another good one. Potholes is where we're going to start on March 29th. Then we're going to go over to Banks Lake on June 7th. Go to Lake Roosevelt June 21st, then Boardman on August 9th. And the championship will be a 2-day event on Lake Wauula.
Wauula.
And then the 2024 Northwest Bass champions, Garrett Ellison and Ryan Helbling, have some work in front of them. If they plan on winning the championship for the second time, they got to go this whole season, qualify for the championship, and win it, dude. That's their plan, I would imagine, anyway.
They won last year?
Yeah, they won the championship last year.
Go for
Not the overall, though. That was the other team.
What is flipping or pitching?
Flipping or pitching?
Yeah.
It's a technique you use. Usually you got a braided line, heavier weight, and a creature bait of some kind, like a worm or something. You're just throwing it as high, like throwing it heavy enough to where it can break through like lily pads in deep grass, like thick mats, anything you're trying to penetrate and get underneath of.
Huh.
It's called pinching or punching.
Well,
and the idea is so the bass live in these grass spots and stuff, so you're trying to get to those.
Well,
They
must be caught in a legal and sporting manner by casting, which I know what that is, flipping, I don't know, or pitching.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Flipping and pitching is a type of cast that you would do to get into those areas.
Intentional snagging of fish will not be allowed.
Yeah, don't snag fish, dude.
Well,
snagging fish isn't legal anywhere. Well, saltwater, I guess they say you can do it there, but tournament wise, don't snag fish. Don't be that guy. They're bad. Bad. But yeah, I was reading the rules for this 2024 not 20, what the hell am I talking about? I was reading the rules for this Northwest bass and I came across this: no live bait or prepared bait is permitted, which seems normal. But then it continues with the exception of pork rinds.
I don't
Like
want to
that
share
seems
my pork
odd to me.
rinds.
They're bait, but
Those
why
are
are
for
they legal?
me.
They're for me.
So-
It's crazy, man.
They're okay with deep fried pig skin, but not live or dead bait.
Right. But not even like chicken skin or turkey skin. Like it's gotta be pig skin. Pork
Gotta be
rinds.
pig skin.
Right. So I looked it up. Like, is this a thing people are doing? Because I'd never heard of this before. I've never fished with pork rinds, dude. And I found at Bass Pro Shop of all places, they have them. They're little trailers for your jigs or swim bait jigs you're gonna throw, and that's pretty crazy. It's actually made out of pork rind
What happens when fish get a taste for pork?
when they become land
None of
animals.
our
Then
pigs will be safe. If they come after my bacon, we're gonna have a war.
I heard pigs can't swim. It should be all right, unless the fish start clawing on land. Then we got other issues.
Yeah, I mean bacon's good enough to make fish evolve, right?
Maybe that's kind of a good idea. Is bacon allowed? What if you like? No, it's got to be skin, huh?
Yeah, it's
Damn.
gotta be skin.
I thought that was interesting. I had no idea pork rinds was even involved in fishing.
I've never heard of a pork frog, but thanks to Uncle Josh here, that's all I can think about.
I want to order some. I want to see if they work, dude.
I want to order some and I want to see if they taste good.
Yeah, right at the very least, you got a snack. They come in different colors too.
Yeah, the black one does not look appetizing. Someone burnt that one.
No, fish will love it, dude.
It's like charcoal. But how do you, it's got to be soft, right? How do you put that on anything?
The hook
Tie
goes
it
through
up?
that body right there, and then those two little phalanges at the end, they kind of look like crawdad claws. Cross. Why did I say claws? Crawdads.
I don't know.
Whole lot of C's. Yeah, crawdads are like a pretty main method of catching bass. Dude, usually like a jig that kind of imitates them. So they even got baits that look just like crawdads now.
It's weird because I just go crawdad all the time, and I just eat crawdad.
I've
I've
been
never
doing
used
it.
them as bait. I think my stepdad has though.
They're good bait. You catch bass all the time, like on the rocks in the summertime. Their mouths just be full of crawdads. It's wild.
Now we're gonna start fishing with pork because that
Apparently, they
makes
already
sense.
have, dude. We're like behind the times on this.
I mean, why
This
wouldn't you
product
fish on
right
a
here was
pig?
already like what they do. They discontinued it and then brought it back years later.
Well, I wonder when that so Uncle Josh has been around since 1922. But I wonder if he's
Dang,
been making pork frog the whole time.
I have no idea. Never heard of him. 1922. That's a long time to stay in business.
Right?
That's like right after World War One. Survived World War Two. Good stuff. Pork rinds, dude. We're in the wrong business, dude. We can
I
make
know.
pork rind baits.
I don't want it. I'll eat it all.
You stay home. You're
Like,
fired, Daryl.
I'm not allowed to visit the factory. I got to run that shit from home. Bring me a bag of pork rinds.
Feed me. I wonder if they're cheap. Why not just get a bag of pork rinds? I guess they're shaped like frogs. I don't know. They look weird though. Like it doesn't look like a pork rind at all.
Number 11. Yeah, it doesn't. That's why I was wondering because like a pork rind is crunchy,
Airy and
fried, airy skin. That's why I was wondering like where you put the hook. Like if that's a soft material or do you just
maybe they
string
soak
it
them or
up?
something.
I don't know.
I got
We
questions.
gotta order some.
Got more questions than answers. And continue on in the other news, Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife has increased their reward for the crossbow poachers. For those that don't know, the reward is increased to $1,500 for information on the person or persons who illegally use a crossbow to kill 2 bucks in Corvallis earlier this month. This is crazy, man. Why would you use a crossbow? How they can even catch them? But anyway, both deer suffered and they died from the embedded arrows in 2 separate incidents. That's ridiculous.
So like they didn't even they just shot and killed them, but didn't take the deer.
Yeah, they just let them die, which is crazy. One, it's illegal to shoot mammals with a crossbow in the state of Oregon, and poaching's obviously illegal. But they'll just like again leave them there to rot. This is kind of the same story from last week from
Yeah,
Idaho with the ducks.
I mean, 43 ducks, 2 deer. I think the 2 deer weigh more.
We're
Same thing.
losing, man. Oh yeah, also someone commented that was like a 6-man limit plus a duck that the guy had shot.
Holy crap!
Right? That's wild, man. That was cool. That was uh Monterosa. Can't remember his first name, but he's one of the guys that's actually fishing that tiny boat nation. He's got part of the leadership.
Okay,
He's been duck hunting a lot. I've been seeing a lot of his videos.
he's multitasking out there fishing and duck hunting.
I think yeah, he's definitely duck hunting now.
I punched the
There
mic.
you go. That's that noise.
Yep, I just straight up punched it. Training for that marlin.
Can't wait. Oh man, that's gonna happen. The Daryl
Well,
Tackles Marlin Challenge is on still. What else is going on in this story? Oh yeah, it's usually the reward $1,000. They have upped it to $1,500. They really want to find these guys, man. If you have any information, reach out to them. I'll leave the phone numbers and contact information in the description, and I'll post a picture of it in the video as well, man. Definitely get these poachers out of here, dude.
if
Get them
any of
off.
you have a stupid friend that keeps bragging about their new crossbow, it's
All
that
right.
guy.
How many people even own crossbows? I bet there's quite a few. I know
Exactly.
they sell them, but why are we out here hunting mammals with crossbows? What's all these unethical people in this country, man?
Oh no,
We're not even in the country. We're just in the Northwest.
we're gonna have to go to a Ren fair to look for this guy.
I hope they got churros.
No, they don't.
Never mind then. What are we doing? A Renaissance fair? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Do we have those?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was a couple that rolled through here over during the summer, but
Yeah, that does make sense. Break the law, get busted, fool. Shit, I don't know what. That's just crazy. That's what we're gonna do on the show too. We're gonna exploit these poachers, man. Try and get them caught, get the information out there, and more people that know, the better of a chance we got of catching these people. Keeping these wildlife people in check too.
yeah,
Out there busting us with rules.
Idaho hates ducks. This guy hates deer.
Maybe he
Man,
just loves his crossbow.
that's what I was thinking. It's like, have you met anyone that has a crossbow?
No.
The only people I've met that want a crossbow are people that want to be like Daryl Dixon from The Walking Dead.
The first event in the 2025 Predator Masters is underway. It began December 1st and will continue until the 1st of February. If you're wondering what the Predator Championship is, the Predator Championship takes place in Germany, and the goal is to catch 5 pike, 5 zander, and 5 perch. And the anglers with the total wins. The idea is to catch a 5 fish limits per species, so you end up with a total of 15 fish. Pretty interesting stuff.
So they have to get 5 pike, 5 zander, and 5 perch.
That's the goal, yeah.
Okay.
That's the goal. And they obviously use centimeters because it's Deutschland, and they're a little weird. I mean, it's probably us. It's weird, but
It's like
not
what,
this
like
time.
one in us and like 2 other countries
Right.
use
Yeah,
what do we call it standard?
imperial
Oh,
system.
imperial. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all
Well,
goofy.
yeah,
I
but
wonder
we
how that
call it
conversation went.
standard or metric. Like,
Yeah,
it's not really standard, man.
that's what the sockets that say. I don't know how. Why? Why are we the only ones? Like someone's like, "Oh, look at all this easier way you could be doing things." Like, nope, global
we
Jim. This is America, and we're better than you, and we know it.
we ran away because we got tired of you telling us how to do shit.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense, dude. But the metric system is so much easier.
Still, Predator Masters. That's also a terrible name. Like when I see
Predator
Predator
Master.
Masters, I think of the guys that didn't get caught by Jim or oh, what was it? Chris Hansen.
It'd probably sound better with its original German name, which is like Raub Fischer Meister Turney.
Well, that sounds way better.
Raub Fischer Meister's Turney. Yeah, that's probably what it is.
They just need to stick to that. and not be predators. I'm a predator master.
A fish predator,
Would you
man.
not?
You got perch, zander, which is nothing but it's a European walleye. Looks just like a walleye. Some of the Europeans even call it a walleye.
They're wrong. It's a Xander.
It's a zander. The word didn't even translate, so I don't know. It's kind of a neat deal, though. The competitors can fish any public body of water, and the cool part is you can fish from shore. You don't need a boat or a kayak. All you need is one of the measuring boards and a camera. You're good to go.
Waters. Yeah, I mean, fishing from shore. No, I got to be in a boat.
It just doesn't feel right fishing from
I get
shore.
so bored on the shore. I'm not gonna stick around and watch my pole. I'm gonna go play frisbee by myself. I don't know. I got ADD, man. I gotta have something
Right.
to do.
It is funny. It's kind of a neat idea. They got an Instagram page, which we'll put down in the description as well. It's cool. It's kind of neat. It's in centimeters. There's gonna be a total of 15 fish, and it's on the Tourney X leaderboard if you want to follow along too. They have a bunch of tournaments that go on too. This is just the beginning of their ordeal, and this tournament goes on until I said February 1st. So you got December, January to fish cold. New Germany's just as cold as here, if not colder in places. And there's one of them Xanders.
That is
Looks like a
just a
walleye to
creepy
me, dude.
looking fish.
What predators, dude? They all got
It's that
teeth.
eyeball. Dirt.
I wonder if we could set up like an international thing. I know we got walleyes and perch and stuff, dude. Maybe we should just like go against the Germans.
Yeah, like we got this many inches. Well, we got this many centimeters.
Well,
Who wins?
they might beat us, dude.
uh,
They
with
got
that
big perch
with
over
that
there.
creepy thing? Yeah, let's see. That's what 84, 85 centimeters. So about 33 and a half inches.
Dang, dude. It's leading right now, too. Look at him just wearing waders and boots.
Look at him. He's trying to bite the wall.
That's an interesting setup, that hook measuring board.
Oh, okay. So this guy is a better fisher than he is a picture taker because he's got his fingers in the shot.
And his toes. He's about to trip over that net, too.
He's stepping over. Man. Basic safety, guys. Come on.
They
We're
must
dealing with
they're
that
the
enough with the
future WDFW
WDFW.
employees. This is where they find these fools. It's where they find them. There's our schedule here. We got the seasoning opening, so we just talked about now, and then you got the Pike Online Cup, which would probably just be 5 limits of pike, I would imagine. Ein Zilfertung, which is just online. You got the Perch Online Cup in March 25th. That's a one-day tournament there, just online one day. So is the other Pike Online Cups one day as well. And then a Trout Online Cup. I wonder what kind of trout they got over there. Like rainbows? Are we talking sea bass? What are we talking?
I don't know, man. Just based off that one thing we just looked at, the Xander, I just gotta assume all their fish is cooler looking than ours.
We have Xander. Well, they're called walleye, but they're delicious too. They're like one of the tastiest fish, man. Flaky meat, good nuggets.
Whoa, that does
Well,
sound
let's go
good.
catch some. You can get them right now on the Columbia. It'd be easier with a jet ski, but you know.
Give me a jet ski and I'll go get a walleye. I'll be out there all goddamn weekend for just one. I don't care.
It
I'll
might
do
happen.
it. I'm not coming back without it. I'll come back for gas. That's it.
That's funny. One of their cool events is in May, and it's a sea trout camp and sea trout cup. It's like a community camp and tournament in Denmark. Denmark they call it. But yeah, that'd be cool, man. Have a camp out. I guess the tournaments are kind of like that. The kayak ones, everyone kind of camps and chills.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
But like a potluck or something, that would be fun for sure. Tag is to your Netherlands. It's on the Netherlands, man. June 7th, 2025. Predator Online Cup, the 24 Cup. That's a 2-day tournament. Again in the Netherlands. So I guess it's all over Europe. It's not just Germany. World Cleanup Day community event. Whoa. No fishing. They just clean. Whoa. That's cool. September 25th.
All
No,
right, what's
September
the word?
20th. Huh?
Das gross.
Das groß, das big.
Okay,
Das
why is there?
große
Oh,
Season
das
Finale
grossa.
mit
Okay.
Siegerrang für die Jahreswertung Championship. It's basically the big season finale with prizes for the year winner.
I don't know, like when the language app I'm doing for gross, it doesn't have the e at the end of it.
Yeah, grossa is like bigger. Like
Oh, okay.
instead of so gross is big, grossa is like big, and then am grosten is the biggest.
Oh,
So it's like a superlative.
this language is gonna take me a while.
Forever. It never ends. I have no idea what the word Jahreswertung means. Because Wertung is like advertisement and Yaris is years. And it's like the year's advertisement, but that doesn't make sense.
Figure. Yeah. Brain hurt.
Siegererechung.
I do need to do my
Für die
Duolingo today.
That's in the finales in the Netherlands again, dude. What are they doing to us? I think that's all I got for that part. Cool stuff. We're definitely going to follow that along as it goes down. Again, they have an Instagram page. We'll check that out. I think it's interesting. 5 species of fish we don't normally even fish for tournament wise.
Yeah.
I would assume that like their perch is like our bass. I've seen pictures. I watch a lot of German YouTube videos, and they definitely catch a big perch like our bass size. I've never caught any perch the size they're catching out there.
Well, we're just gonna have to plan a Germany trip.
I'm down. Go ahead and spiel that spiel.
Well, yeah, I went ahead and looked up the word angler. It comes from the Old English word, which looks like angel, Angel, so angel, which means angle or fish hook. The verb angle means to fish with a hook. It was originally a last name used in the Middle English period from like 1150 to 1500, but by around 1500, it became to mean fisherman.
That's insane.
So
So that's
that's
cool
where
though.
angler comes from.
Somebody's last name. I wonder if was he a fisherman? Did they say,
I,
or did he
it
just
doesn't
maybe he
say.
made fish hooks?
Well, it just like it was a last name, but I think it was the last name in the same sense that like Smith was the last name, and most Smiths were Smiths because they were Smiths, which
Right.
is stupid, but yeah, there's a
It
dumb
makes
way to
sense though.
explain it. But yes, me explain words good. Well, I think that's about all we have for you. I'm going to try to get this guy to put our links to our Instagram, X, whatever, any social, so you can reach out to us. Let us know if there's something that we're missing, something you want to see, any information you want to grab. Like, we'll look it up. I'm learning this stuff, so I love looking up all this weird stuff. I looked up hammer. That's just a general term. Someone decided because we use it for everything, I guess. Um, but so thanks for joining us. Like, subscribe, get get me a roof rack and a sea-doo. Everything helps, and that's all I got. See you next week.
Cool deal. Good deal, man. Later. Subscribe, like, share, do them things.
Do stuff.